The Carian Grandeur is an absolute unit of an Ash of War. It staggers and stance breaks tree sentinels. And today we are going to go find this Ash of War. We're going to go to the Carian Manor following this path. Travel to the closest site of grace in the Liurnia of the lakes and make our way there. Once you pass this illusory wall, make sure to stay off the main path to the manor as the defensive magic is focused on. In the Caria Manor, look for the Manor Upper Level site of grace. If you need help finding it, I did a more in-depth guide on the Caria Manor in my larval tiers video. When you get to the big stairs, you can but don't need to fight the mages and the giant. At the top of the stairs, make a left. Then carefully jump down these tight platforms. Keep going down in levels until you can jump on one of the towers. This Ash of War did get a buff. The speed increased, the charge damage increased, and the stagger damage increased. Even with the buffs from patch 1.04, it still is slow wind up. It charges at 2.5 seconds. So if you're doing PvP, it is not ideal. So it is good for PvE, sort of laughable for PvP. So keep that in mind, guys. Here is where you would find the Carian Grandeur Ash of War. To make this Ash of War really deadly, I recommend trying to equip the Godfrey Icon Talisman. The Godfrey Icon Talisman raises the attack power of charged spells and skills by 15%. In order to get the Godfrey Icon Talisman, you need to have found the Grand Lift of Dectus and gone through it, and you need a Stone Sword key, and you need to be able to beat Godefroy the Grafted. You'll start off at the Grand Lift of Dectus. All you need to do is head south towards the cliffs and head east, and then you can make your way down the cliffside until you find the Golden Lineage Evergoal, and inside is Godefroy the Grafted. If you get to the Evergoal and try to go into it, it might say the Imp's seal is still in effect. If this is the case, head on over to the Imp statue and throw in a Stone Sword key to unlock the Evergoal. Godefroy the Grafted is pretty much Godric the Grafted without reaching phase 2 or adding fire to the attack. He's pretty easy, in fact. If you've already beaten Godric, this should be a breeze. What is really cool is that after you get through the Grand Lift of Dectus and you play a mini boss like this, it really does show you how much you've grown as a player, both in strength and in skill, because now you're able to see how much he's telegraphing his attacks and how easy it is to just avoid and roll. Once you defeat Godefroy, you'll get the Godfrey Icon Talisman along with 26,000 runes. So once we have the Godfrey Icon Talisman, we're gonna equip that talisman and do some tests. So 798 without the Godfrey Icon. After you put on the Godfrey Icon, 917. It affords you a 15% damage increase with your Ash of War. Go ahead and test it out yourself and respond in the comments if this actually works or not.